Hello, we're here with MMA News Canada. I'm Brent Keryluke. We're about to phone Ryan McGillivray and talk to him about his third episode of Ultimate Fighter.
Hello?
Hello, Ryan. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Congratulations, first of all, on taking out Lesnar's #1 pick. Not only that, you had a fan favorite fight. Yeah, it's like, sorry to your teammates, but I mean, those first two fights are rather boring. They look kind of like sparring matches, but yeah, it must be you must be feeling the love from your fans and family and everything from yesterday's episode.
Yeah, for sure. I've gotten a lot of great support from all over Canada and even in the States, and especially my friends and family that are really close to me here at home.
Before every fight, a fighter needs to cut weight. You used Epsom salt bath to cut. Have you used this technique before?
No, I've heard about it a lot, and I hadn't used it. We weren't allowed to use the sauna, so how we were usually cutting weight was you see me in my hoodie and my shoes hitting pads and stuff, and that was one of my two workouts that I used to cut the first amount of my weight, and then the bath was just for the last few pounds. I think I cut about 5 pounds in the bathtub, and it wasn't something I'd done before, but it was something I was open to trying, and it was a little weird trying a new technique on such a big scale or a big event, but yeah, it was just something that the junior and the coaches felt like the sauna wasn't a good thing, so I was open to trying anything that they wanted me to do because they were there for our better interest.
It's kind of nice to cut weight and then be able to relax at the same time, though, so you're not wearing out your muscles. So that's definitely a good plus on that side of things. Now,
yeah, it was nice.
For sure. Unfortunately, you missed your little girl Peyton's second birthday during the show. What drove you to take out Lesnar's #1 pick?
You know what? Not necessarily the birthday or anything. My little girl is the reason I do this. I'm not amazing at many things in my life, and she's my entire world. She's why I wake up in the morning and do anything I do. So I do this to challenge myself and to try to become a better person out of it. And more than anything, I just want to give her a good life. And this is one way I found that I might be able to potentially do that if I can continue to keep pushing and do well in my career. So she's always a big motivation for me. And those days where you don't want to go to the gym or you don't feel good or anything like that, she's my strength and she's the reason what pushes me through anything. So for me, every day, day in and day out, she's the reason I do anything.
Well, yeah, that's good to have something to fight for, right? For sure. So walking into that cage, you looked extremely focused and determined to win. The round starts, right into the fight. You both come out boxing. He's able to clip you with the left and sends you crashing to the mat. He kept the pressure, even mounted you, but you kept busy, and he kind of seemed like he got comfortable and gave you a little bit of leeway and let you stand up. Did something change in you? Did you really know that now you're really in a fight?
No, not at all. I knew I was in a fight as soon as the bell rang.
So that didn't change anything because it looked like his will was slightly kind of diminishing, but it didn't seem like you were going the whole time pretty steady. But
yeah, well, you know what, in our sport, anything can happen, and he was lucky enough to catch me with that left hook, and I was even luckier to be able to recover quick enough before he could finish me.
Right.
And he knew that I have a decent jiu background, and I think he felt like he had a better chance standing up. So when he had a little bit of space, he let me back up and thought that that's where he had his advantage, which we found out about a minute later that that's not where his advantage was. Exactly,
and that's where you're able to hit him with that left hook, and then you hit him with another big right hand, eventually with another huge left hook, sending him to the mat. Now, yeah, like he was able to recover as well, but in that process, he was able to get that armbar. Like, how tight was that armbar? That looked kind of pretty bad at a point.
Yeah, it might have slightly dislocated my elbow, and when I put my hand back on the mat, I was lucky enough that it popped back in, so I could keep using my left arm the rest of the fight. But it was been pretty tight. But in a situation like that, there was no way at all that he was going to get me to tap or give up. I told him after in the house, you were going to have to break my arm for me to stop. So when there's that much on the line, you're willing to give that much more for with that reward. So I was willing to risk anything. I was going to battle till the ref stepped in and said that, you know, I couldn't go any longer. So he was going to have to pull a little harder for me to want to stop.
Yeah, for sure, especially when so much is on the line. Well, after that first round, you could definitely see Dana White's and Shogun's face that of sheer enjoyment. Like, he was pleased. Dana White loves a fight, right? How was your confidence going into the second round that you were able to drop him?
I felt good, and you know what? It was really even to that point. You know, we both dropped each other. We both caught each other in a submission.
Exactly.
I felt like I won the round because I was landing a little cleaner, and also because I escaped his submission where he was stuck in my submission and just got saved by the bell.
Yeah.
And I knew how tight it was. I could hear him gurgling, and I knew if I had a little more time, I was going to be able to finish it. So I felt good about that, and also just, you know, loosened up a little bit. And I knew that if I stayed true to my stand-up, and my stand-up was better than his, I just needed to be a little sharper and not make that mistake of giving him that last hook that I gave him early on. So, you know, I was confident in my skills going into the second round that I could try to pull it out.
Exactly, and then that second round started too, and you know, a couple minutes of stand up, and then you're kind of able to back Len to the cage where you got that double leg. And for the comments going into that fight, they were saying that Len's wrestling was better than yours. How did that feel to get that takedown and actually get the only takedown of the fight?
Yeah, I wasn't at all planning on going for a takedown in any way. It's just when I went in to rush him after I clipped him a little bit, the takedown was just there, and I think I might have taken him by surprise more than anything. And in our sport, you know, you do always want to look for the finish, but I also saw the opportunity to get some points for that takedown, take him down and score big points, and then we popped back up. And I was happy with just the takedown because I was feeling confident standing up. So it was a little bit more about a points thing, and I was happy because I think that was one of the deciding factors in the second round as well.
Well, it makes it more decisive, right? Like, whether we like it or not, it isn't just a stand-up fight, right? It is MMA, so you have to use the rules, and you worked into the rules, and it did help you out and make it more decisive, right? So, definitely good.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was trying. You always want to look for the points, and I always want to look for the finish as well, and that's what I was trying to do by hitting him harder and trying to look for the finish. But I think we were both pretty evenly matched, and it was one of those fights that sometimes when guys are that close, you got to try to just win the fight.
For sure, couldn't agree with you more. When you have a fight like that, you always be remembered, even if you don't win the show. People respect you, that you left it all in the cage. How was it to finally watch last night's episode with your little girl?
We actually watched it in a bar last night, so she wasn't there. But
yeah?
We were lucky enough to get a little bit of an advance copy. So the day before the episode aired, I got to watch it with her, and I'd love to say it was a one-time emotional thing after the fight, but just sitting there with her on my lap, her yelling "Daddy" at the TV and stuff. And she's a little young to figure out, you know, all that's encompassed in the whole experience and how much it means to our family and for her when she's older. But just knowing that she was there with me and that's who I did it for, it was emotional again, and it was really nice for me, and it really meant a lot to us, and even her mother was there too. She was getting emotional too, just hearing all the stuff about Peyton. So it was a really special moment for us.
Well, you know, that's awesome, you know, but to come out there and do it for your family, and at least you have a purpose, and obviously look like you're really driven towards your goals right now, so you're going to go a long ways if you keep up with this kind of attitude for sure. But,
I hope so.
Yeah, definitely. Well, congratulations again. I'm really proud to see a Canadian come out there and actually put on an exciting fight because, you know, it's the problem with MMA sometimes, you know, you get a little bit playing into the game plan of wrestling around. Well, you came out there and gave it a good fight, and it was great to see, and obviously Dana White was impressed with that. So, you know, whether you win or lose the show, you're definitely going to make a good favorite out of him. So